Welcome back to the 23rd Annual Wild and Scenic Film Festival, where activism is inspired. I'm your host for this segment, Kimberly Ewing, and it's been such a delight. We have a beautiful day here in downtown Nevada City. Thank you to the Nevada City Winery for being our media lounge host. And today we have someone special, undergrad project, senior project. We have Rachel Huang with us. Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
It's such an honor to have you. The film is called Tule. It's an animated film. And if you're from California, Tule, T-U-L-E, is the reeds that grow out of open water sources. Is that right?
Lake shores, yes.
Lake
It's
shores.
the most common that I know of.
That's right. So Tule is the name of the film. And tell us a little bit about your journey of your animation and the undergrad project that you started.
So just a little synopsis of what Tule is. It's a 2D animated short film that highlights this Tule plant, which is like a reed-like plant that grows along lake shores. The film highlights how the Tule plant is culturally significant, specifically to the Pomo tribe, which is a tribe up in Northern California. And so talking about not only the cultural significance, but how pollution is affecting the Tule plant and as a result affecting the cultural practice. They've used this Tule plant in so many ways for transportation, for hunting, for eating, baby baskets, regalia, like the list keeps going on. But because of the Tule being, and even the lake that it grows in is so toxic from...
It's Clear Lake.
It's Clear Lake.
It's Clear Lake,
Clear Lake.
but it's not a clear lake.
No, I think maybe at one point it was clear, but now it's very foggy lake. It's
Yes.
Not so clear. And so, yeah, the film really tries to highlight that, spread awareness of how the pollution is affecting that, and also just trying to encourage audience members to look to indigenous knowledge to figure out solutions on how to restore the land.
If they were just given the permission to take it back, right? And to be able to restore that. Now, Clear Lake is in just west of here. And when you think about it, you drive around Clear Lake and it's a mystery of how it happened. But with the Pomo tribe, the beauty of what they use in the Tule is just amazing to see all the tools and the clothing, everything that they use. It's very and yet it continues. Through their tribe, they can use it, and it's restorative. Like it's rebalanced. What made you choose this topic of the Tule or Clear Lake?
Well, first, I wanted to also mention that Tule can also act as a filtering plant for the water. I think you will need like a lot of Tule for that to happen, but just knowing that fact gives some hope. So if we can help restore the Tule, it's going to help clear the water and get rid of those toxins. Of course, though, there's other things that we would have to do to get rid of that.
Right.
And then you were saying, what was your question again?
Well, why did you choose this as your subject for your undergrad project?
So actually, the director of the project, Jocelyn Garcia, she is part Pomo, and so she's very involved with that side of her. Pomo, it's on her mom's side, I believe. And this is just a problem that her tribe has had for so long, and she really started becoming more aware of it when the Tule Boat Festival that happens every single year was canceled because the water was too toxic to swim in. There's not enough Tule to collect. For the Tule Boat Festival, usually they will collect Tule, they'll build boats, and they'll race each other on the lake.
Oh, how fun.
It's more for just like bringing past traditions. It's not really, they don't really use it for transportation as much anymore, but it's more just to like remember what their ancestors did in the past. But anyway, so there's festivals that were being canceled, and that just got her talking and having more conversations with people on what was happening. And she really wanted to create something that was going to bring awareness to this situation, because she could see, she's experienced like the direct impact it has had on elders in her community, on her direct family members who live on the reservation near the lake.
Right, right.
And then for me, I guess as her friend, for our final year in our animation program at San Jose State, everyone in our graduating class has to choose a project to work on.
Right.
So you could do something like a children's book. You could do video games. A lot of people do short films. Let's see, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so it was kind of just one day we were like talking, and we're just trying to see like what everybody's thinking, you know,
right.
like what are you doing?
Brainstorming.
What are you doing? Brainstorm. Just like, because some projects they already had ideas, some it really was just like still coming up with ideas. So it was just through conversation, I talked to her and she was like, I kind of have this idea, maybe it'll be a book. And I was like, we should make that into a film.
Right, because you studied animation.
Well, I studied more of like the illustration part of film, but we all knew how to animate a little bit. And so just going into figuring out what I wanted to do for the project, I knew I wanted it to be focused on environmental activism in some way. And then when I heard her idea and how it's affected her in such a personal way and bringing in indigenous knowledge, which is so important to environmental activism,
Absolutely.
I was like, it's like a opportunity that is very hard to pass. So I was like, let's do it. And then we got 2 other people to join our team. And
I know. And who's your animator, or who was, because it is an animation, the visuals were quite beautiful and artistic and flowing. Who was the creator for that?
Actually, it was very much a team effort. So it's not any one person. We actually, most of the 4 core people on my team, 3 of the 4 our focus was like visual development, illustration, so still images. And then but we all had some skills in animation, so we did have to bring on a lot of volunteers to help us too, and we helped to direct them and like give them feedback on what our vision was for animation. I did animate like 2 seconds of a Tule dog going,
I remember that part. Yes.
Yes. And then our producer did some animation as well. We had a mix of 2D animated, hand-drawn animation, and then motion graphics where we took elements that we made in Photoshop and moved them in After Effects. So it was a combo of the 2, based on skill level, based on time, kind of determined who animated.
Well, and the Tule film was screened here at the Del Oro Theater in Grass Valley, and we're happy to say 3,500 Nevada County students were able to see your movie. And of course, it's always moving to hear the voice of someone of the tribe, from the Pomo tribe, about how they just want to get their Clear Lake back. How did it feel to see and hear that so many kids of our community got to see your film?
It was really amazing. I think it's hard for me to wrap my mind around that 3,500 kids saw it, plus whoever came today, plus whoever has seen it in other festivals. That's quite a lot of people, and especially showing it to youth, because I feel like they are the future, right?
Absolutely,
and so it's important to start early, and that was really special to hear from their parents and see the excitement that the film really resonated with them, and they're really excited to watch it.
Well, Rachel, it is such a pleasure to have you, and maybe we'll see you on the next project.
Yes.
So thank you for coming. This has been the 23rd Scenic, Wild and Scenic, and we are back soon. Thanks for staying in. Stay tuned.